Bethesda is going to be critical to Xbox's progress going forward. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new here and you enjoy what you see throughout this video, I'd really appreciate you hitting that red subscribe button to join this community and help grow this channel in 2021. It really does mean a lot if you like the content that I'm putting out, if you hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe. But for now, let's jump into this. So one of the biggest things going into 2021 that everybody's waiting to hear news about is more information on that Bethesda acquisition that Microsoft had back in September of 2020, where they paid $7 billion to acquire ZeniMax Media and get a hold of all of the studios within that. A lot of people are still questioning whether all of these games coming from Bethesda, from Arcane, from id are going to be Xbox exclusive games, or are they going to be coming cross-platform? Are they going to be coming to the PlayStation 5 as well, or potentially timed exclusives to Xbox and eventually coming over to other platforms? Me personally, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. I'm starting to think more and more that Xbox and Microsoft are going to keep these games as exclusives to Xbox and PC to try to get more people into Xbox Game Pass and increase their subscription service, because I think that is the smartest thing to do for their business, because having more subscribers in the long run is going to make you more money than making some extra cash off of the PlayStation and the Nintendo users and stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, because people still don't know the answer, because the deal isn't fully complete until 2021. Now, during the latest episode of Major Nelson's Xbox podcast, which was the end of the year podcast, and he interviewed Phil Spencer, he talked about the Bethesda acquisition. So he goes on to reiterate that the final approval of the deal will come in 2021 and that everything is on track. And at the moment, Microsoft is hands off with Bethesda as they continue to do the work that they are doing, because obviously the deal has not gone through yet. But then he goes on to mention that the Bethesda's teams are going to be very, very critical to Xbox's progress going forward, and that he is incredibly excited about Starfield and more games, some have which been announced, such as Elder Scrolls 6, and then others that haven't been announced. And then finally, another important thing he highlights here is that Bethesda is going to be an incredible addition to Microsoft's first-party studios, and that he's excited that 2021 and Bethesda and them working together, and that how important they are going to be for the progress and for the growth of Xbox. Now, there's a couple of things you can take out of here. I mean, he doesn't obviously confirm anything because this was still in 2020, and until that deal is finalized, we're not going to have a full picture of what they are going to do with Bethesda. But obviously, one of the games most people are excited for is Starfield, a game that people still want to see tons about. They want to see more gameplay, they want to know when it's going to be released, and just more information on that is hopefully coming in 2021. Then there's things like Elder Scrolls 6. Obviously, that's going to be probably the biggest game for a very long time whenever that game comes out. But then he says that there's still unannounced stuff. So does that mean a new Fallout? Does that mean a Dishonored 3? So there's a lot of stuff you could really go into about what else is going to be coming up from those studios, but that just means that there is still a lot of more information to come about this acquisition and this deal in 2021. But then there's games like Deathloop and Tokyo Ghostwire, which are now technically first-party Xbox games that are coming out on PlayStation. But Xbox obviously said that they are going to still honor those deals and they're going to only release them on PlayStation. But that was back in 2020. Now, I don't think Xbox and Phil Spencer go out and lie on purpose, but they really couldn't say anything else. But I would be surprised if these games don't have some sort of announcement in 2021 that they will eventually be coming over to Xbox, whether that's through Game Pass or just through release. I'm thinking eventually they're going to release those on Game Pass down the road after they've fulfilled the deal with PlayStation to a certain extent, because in reality, I mean, they probably have a contract that they can't get out of, or they don't want to pay whatever they would have to pay to get out of. I'm not really sure how it works exactly, but I'm sure Microsoft has the funds if they really wanted to somehow circumvent that contract and release these games on the Xbox ecosystem. They could now, since that they own the entire company. So maybe that is what he is talking about with some stuff that hasn't been announced yet that are coming over to the Xbox ecosystem. Those could eventually be making their way, or could be brand new IPs, working on brand new games. There's just so much excitement for this acquisition, and hopefully within the next couple of months we're going to see more information. They're going to talk about it, and the thing people are waiting for the most is their strategy with these games. Are these games going to be Xbox ecosystem exclusives, so Xbox Game Pass, Android with xCloud and PC, or are they going to be cross-platform and they are eventually going to be released on PlayStation, whether that is on day one or through timed exclusivity? Either way, this is still one of the biggest acquisitions in recent gaming memory, probably of all time, I would have to say, that I can remember, where a big player like Microsoft purchased such a massive studio and now really owns everything. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they handle this and what this does with the Xbox ecosystem, how it increases Xbox Game Pass subscriptions and things like that. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Are you excited about this Bethesda acquisition? What do you think they're going to do with all of their studios in terms of keeping it exclusive or not? And do you think Tokyo, Ghostwire, and Deathloop are eventually going to make their way onto the Xbox platform? And how do you think that's going to happen, either through Game Pass or through timed exclusivity down the road? Thank you guys all for watching. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you see throughout this video, I really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to help join this community. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and share the video around. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.